It's in the game.
Coming up next, it is a heavyweight collision between the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, and Brandon Moreno. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And we talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot swings from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next when the guy starts to defend, he's truly, truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. Well, you just never know when the next UFC superstar is going to emerge. I submit to you, the UFC's interim middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya, only made his UFC debut in February of 2018, and it's an understatement to say he has taken this smooth wrestling.
It's an understatement, a massive understatement. For a long time, I had heard about Israel Adesanya before he even got to the UFC, but did not know what to expect. I did not expect such a versatile skill set, an ability to stay upright, an ability to deal with the pressure of wrestlers, an ability to stay the course whenever things aren't going necessarily as you planned. He was just wise beyond his time in the octagon from the moment he got there. And I think that's because he chose the exact right time to come to the UFC.
Right, he didn't force it. He has become a sensation overnight. And most people believe when it comes to Israel Adesanya, the best is yet to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 20 wins, 6 losses, and 2 draws. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 125 pounds. Brandon, the Assassin Baby Moreno! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 24 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, so here we go. The weight and the height gives way to the action right here on one side. Maybe the division's most well-rounded fighter, taking on arguably the biggest submission threat in this division.
Because he's such a great submission grappler, I believe that this is the most dangerous fight for him in the division.
Wow.
Whoa! What a fantastic...
Wow! Back to the feet. Trying to kick the leg out. Oh, man, don't be afraid to raise the guard as another head kick lands. Oh, big knee!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh!
Oh, he's hurt!
Oh, look at that. He left up and landed the diving punch to the head. Oh, and that is it. Referee has seen enough, and maybe so have we. Your winner by TKO.
That was a great performance. Way to land those strikes and go and chase down the finish when you get an opportunity.
All right, DC, no telestrator tonight, but we're going to get you some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance to date.
His best performance to date in the biggest moment. In the biggest moment, you got to show up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. He used every bit of his skill to get the job done.
We send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Lavigne has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 26 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Brandon, the Assassin Baby, Moreno!
And there is the man of the moment, and what a moment this must be like for a professional athlete, right? I know you enjoyed the birth of your kids, right?
Yeah.
But you knock out a man in a cage fight, I can't think of anything better.
I mean, there's nothing...
Coming up next, it's a heavyweight collision between the last style bender, Israel Adesanya, and Jon Jones. All right, so here he is, UFC light heavyweight champion ×2. Future Hall of Famer, a man you know as well as anyone, DC, Johnny Bones Jones.
Jon Jones is one of those talents that when you see him for the first time, you understand that he is something special. He has a very strong mind, unbelievable skill set, and an ability to rise to the occasion. He did it from the moment he first stepped foot in the octagon as a very young fighter to his long championship reign. Some of the victims on Jon Jones' resume is unbelievable to have beaten that many UFC champions over the course of his career. Jon Jones truly is one of the greatest martial artists of all time. Skill
for skill, one of the best fighters you will ever see, and very loyal when it comes to his team. He has been with Mike Winkeljohn and Greg Jackson since day one. Jon Jones trying to add to arguably the greatest mixed martial arts legacy the sport has ever seen here now. Well, you just never know when the next UFC superstar is going to emerge. I submit to you, the UFC's interim middleweight champion, Israel Adesanya, only made his UFC debut in February of 2018, and it's an understatement to say he has taken the sport by storm.
It's an understatement, a massive understatement. For a long time, I had heard about Israel Adesanya before he even got to the UFC, but did not know what to expect. I did not expect such a versatile skill set, an ability to stay upright, an ability to deal with the pressure of wrestlers, an ability to stay the course whenever things aren't going necessarily as you planned. He was just wise beyond his time in the octagon from the moment he got there. And I think that's because he chose the exact right time to come to the UFC.
Right, he didn't force it. He has become a sensation overnight, and most people believe when it comes to Israel Adesanya, the best is yet to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a look-see-do fighter, holding a professional record of 27 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Jon Bones Jones! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 24 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Miragliotta.
So Dan Miragliotta shares the cage.
You ready?
The fight is underway. We will see how it plays out. It's a pick-em fight according to Las Vegas, and really hard to think of a weakness that we have seen on film from either guys in their UFC careers thus far.
I feel like both of these guys are the top of the food chain. They're the best. He didn't like that left hand.
Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh! He's out!
He got him! What a performance!
Yeah, we're just getting going, and now the fight's over, but excellent striking technique to land that shot and ultimately finish the fight here in the first. You've heard us say it before, but sometimes when you catch a guy cold before he's had a chance to get going in the fight, it can have a bigger effect. It certainly did here tonight. Oh, we'll take a look back at the highlights. You know we're going to find that nasty head kick somewhere in this highlight rip. Just an incredible result for him here tonight.
A very nice head kick to finish the fight, but don't ignore all the work he did with his hands. And give credit to the opponent. The opponent was in there every step of the way. And in order to get a fight of the night like you got tonight, both guys have to be willing to participate.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Miragliotta has called a stop to this contest at 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Jon Bones Jones!
Oh, well, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? It's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.
right, coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight showdown. Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that arm.
It's unbelievable because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Teixeira is 12 years his senior. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. And now for the particulars, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 18 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Makhachkala, Russia, Magomed Ankalaev. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 33 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Glover Teixeira! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
Round 1 is upon us between 2 of the best fighters in... Back to the feet.
He's giving him so many different things right now. He had him hurt.
Teixeira gets touched by that kick there. Huge right hand!
Oh, look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
Oh, he might be out. Beautiful diving strike lands. Switching stances here. All right, well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Now maybe trying to get to a choke position here, DC. Maybe an opportunity to get a choke here.
Yeah, he lifts the head and goes under. Looks like he's trying to get a bulldog choke.
Nicely done. Gets up again here, but hurting. That knee might have landed there. Oh, and he's back up again. Those get-ups have been there for him all night.
Head kick.
Oh, is that a big knee to the body? We'll see if he can follow up. Knee to the body. Oh, wow. Huge head kick. Oh.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh. And just like that, the fight is over.
He's done. He's done. What a performance.
Just an absolutely gorgeous shot to spell the end for his opponent. Crowd is absolutely loving it. He gets the near-perfect land. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming, but just the way he drew it up here tonight, saw that little crack of an opening and barged right through it to get the knockout. So a huge result and a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the big knockout win. That could hold up as one of the better KOs of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 12 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Magomed Ankalaev.
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that? I need a ticket to the after party tonight.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then the party after, where you and all your coaches get to celebrate the great handiwork.
It is a women's bantamweight matchup between Thug Rose Namajunas and Amanda Nunes. All right, so here's the two-division champion, Amanda the Lioness Nunes. There have been so many seminal moments in her career. She's just getting going, but hard to do better than that 51-second knockout of Cris Cyborg back at UFC 232.
It was absolutely amazing to watch Amanda Nunes just wash out Cris Cyborg, the most dominant female fighter we had ever seen. But when you look back, turn the page a little bit to some of the wins that she has. Knocking out Ronda Rousey in the first round, brutalizing Miesha Tate, beat Valentina Shevchenko twice. It's just a laundry list of some of the biggest names that the UFC has ever seen, and Amanda Nunes has dispatched those names.
It is as good a legacy as the women's MMA game has had or maybe will ever have, and Amanda Nunes will try to add to it here in a matter of moments. Well, if looks could kill DC, here is Thug Rose Namajunas, the former UFC strawweight champion and still one of the best, if not the best, 115-pound fighter in the world.
When you watch Namajunas and she looks at her opponents, it's stone cold. She's looking right through them. You see her opponents try to engage her in trash talk to try to break the psyche of Namajunas, and she just looks it down, stares right through it, and says, you know what, on tomorrow, I get to show you with my fists, my knees, and my feet. And when she's fighting, she's one of the best fighters this division's ever seen, and we saw that tonight. She knocked out Joanna Jędrzejczyk in the very first round.
You ain't winning a staring contest with Thug Rose Namajunas, and you're probably not winning a cage fight against her either. Namajunas is back for more here tonight. All right, without further delay, let's get you tonight's tale of the tape. 4 years, the difference in age between these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach. And now for the particulars, here's Bruce
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, This woman is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, Amanda the Lioness Nunes. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 12 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, Thug Rose Namajunas. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Eve Loving.
The veteran Eve Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
So here we go with round 1. We're expecting a lot of that. Whoa! Ooh! Oh! All right, first round is underway. Whoa!
You can never know what you're gonna see. She is such a reverse striker. That bad big strike landed, and it looks like she's gonna finish the fight.
Back to her feet now. Good sign for her there. Ooh, diving punch lands. Well, Amanda Nunes has the hands going early. The American top team corner certainly approves. Conan Silvera, Dean Thomas like what they see early out of the UFC bantamweight. Wow! And just like that, the fight is over.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. Absolutely flush on the land, and I'm not even sure her opponent saw it coming. So sometimes it's the strike you don't see coming that spells your fate. Ultimately, it goes in the books as a big knockout win for her here tonight. And there she is after the huge knockout here tonight. What a moment for this fighter. You can't help but feel good for her here tonight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eve Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 37 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Amanda the Lioness Nunes.
Well, you see the raw emotions and the happiness out of her in her corner. What a result here tonight as she gets it done by knockout.
I mean, she could not have imagined that it would go this well. I know she said it would happen, but when it does, I mean, it's joy. It's joy like nothing you've ever felt before. You don't expect it.
Coming up next, it's a heavyweight collision between Andre Bishop and Curtis Razor Blades. here's the heavyweight wrestler Curtis Razor Blades representing Team Elevation there in Colorado. And here's a guy who, at least on paper, has more takedowns secured offensively than any fighter in UFC heavyweight history.
You know, they talk about specialists, and at times you find a guy that's so good at one skill that you know what's coming and you can't stop it. Curtis Blades is one of those guys. He's a national wrestling champion. He's very big, he's very skilled, and he has great cardio. The great cardio allows him to press this wrestling style on guys, and they can't keep up with him. He is solely one of the top 5 heavyweights in the world.
And he's certainly got a good work rate for this heavyweight division, works as hard in training as anybody, still in search of that elusive first championship opportunity. Big spot for Curtis Razor Blades here tonight. Well, this fighter has read the Marquess of Queensberry rules cover to cover. Truly one of the best boxers we have in the UFC today, and he works everything off of that jab.
Oh yeah, the jab is what got him to the show. He is just a phenomenal boxer, and John, I love you throwing out the Queensberry rules in the walkout for this man, because he signifies everything that is boxing. He's a guy that loves the sport. He wanted to take boxing on his back and bring it to mixed martial arts and show that it is as an effective form of combat as anything else. He said, I'll walk away from an Olympic opportunity to take my sport into the octagon and show that we are the best fighters in the world. And he's done that to this point in the UFC.
And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. 4 years, the difference in age between these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 17 wins, 4 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, Curtis Razor Blades. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 218 pounds. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Andre. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean has drawn the assignment here.
Ready.
All right, so here we go with round 1, and when you have what looks like a classic matchup of striker versus grappler, it doesn't always play out that way, but given what these fighters said to us on Thursday, the game plan seemed pretty clear.
They're very clear game. Oh, he's hurt, he's gone! It's over! Oh, my goodness!
Yes, sir, it goes into the books as a first-round win by knockout, near-perfect execution. The technique was absolutely gorgeous, and again, when you catch a guy early, maybe you're getting him cold before he's had a chance to work up a sweat or even get into the fight a little bit, those strikes can have a bigger effect, and it certainly did here tonight. Well, what a moment for him here tonight. A huge knockout on one of the sport's biggest stages. That is one they'll be talking about for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 20 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Curtis Razor Blades.
All right, so there he is, the man of the moment, celebrating one of the bigger knockout victories of his career. And gotta be nice sometimes with all the hard work that you guys put in when it goes down exactly the way you drew it up.
A lot of people talk about doing certain things. It's harder to deliver on those promises you make to the public. Tonight, he did exactly that. Congratulations.
All right, straight ahead, a middleweight matchup between Robert Whittaker and the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. All right, so here he is, the inimitable last style bender, Israel Adesanya, still undefeated as a mixed martial artist. DC, you tried to bring him in to emulate John Jones back in the day, and he's such a meticulous, thoughtful guy that he said no because Luke Rocco was in that gym and he thought he might have to fight him.
He knew that at some point he would reach Luke Rocco in his division, so he said, you know what? I want to help you, DC, but I can't because of what's going to happen going forward in my career. He did not want to push Luke or himself in such an awkward situation. How about forward thinking? How about forward thinking that would have come to pass only a few short years later? But in Israel Adesanya, you also have the mentality, but the fighting ability to become a UFC champion in only 12, 13 months.
All right, here he is, the UFC middleweight king, the Reaper, Robert Whittaker. Back-to-back wins over Yoel Romero. Hard to quantify, though, how difficult those 50 minutes against Yoel Romero were and what type of toll it might take on Whittaker here moving forward.
Yes, but after the Romero fight, there was a lot of time in between fights for Whittaker, which allows you to recover. Because you hear the stories about the guys that say they fight Yoel. No one's like him. No one feels like him. But Robert Whittaker was able to manage that over the course of two very, very difficult fights. And he was able to do that because of the fantastic cardio, the great wrestling mentality, and also the unbelievable striking and the ability to stare down the barrel of a loaded shotgun in Yoel Romero's left hand and feel safe. That allowed Robert Whittaker to keep his belt in both of those instances.
And we knew from his debut in 2012 that he would be something special. He has certainly been every bit that. Our tale of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. Whittaker is 29. Adesanya is 31. He is 4 inches taller. He will have a 7-inch reach advantage. All right, now to get us started, here's
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 24 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 25 wins, 6 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting from Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, Robert Whittaker! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
Ready?
All right, so here we go with the start of this fight. I'm anxious, man. What a matchup it is. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Oh! Back to the feet. Oh! Oh, he might be out. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
As he lands the knee to the body, he's a tall fighter, and he's going to have the size advantage against most opposition in this division.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow.
It was and
just like that, the fight is over.
It's over. It's over.
Yes, sir, it goes into the books as a first-round win by knockout, near-perfect execution. The technique was absolutely gorgeous, and again, when you catch a guy early, maybe you're getting him cold before he's had a chance to work up a sweat or even get into the fight a little bit, those strikes can have a bigger effect, and it certainly did here tonight. So a huge result and a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the big knockout win. That could hold up as one of the better KOs of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ian Levine called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 13 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Israel, the last Bender Adesanya.
Oh, there he is after a huge knockout win tonight. You going to the after party or what?
I mean, I'm heading over there right now, John. I'm asking the producers, how soon can I get up? It's going to be a party over there. Not only because of the knockout, but that extra bonus check he's going to be carrying to the club tonight.
Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. All right, here he is, the decorated kickboxer, back for more here tonight, and he's so comfortable in the striking realm. It's almost like he started kickboxing before he ever was reading or writing.
Oh, it's unbelievable to see someone that's so comfortable under so much duress.
I know.
When you're in kickboxing range, you are in the fire. There is no safety. You're right in range to be getting knocked out, but he does not fear that. He loves it. He loves the combat. He loves the engagement. But what you have to understand is he's not engaging his opponents on their terms. He's doing it on his terms. Whether or not he wants to be in close with the big punches or he wants to be at range landing kicks, he's just constantly putting damage on you. Top, bottom, up, low, it does not matter. This guy is a dominant striker, one of the best kickboxers the UFC has ever seen.
And in terms of the punching technique and the jab, as good as anyone in this division. Well, this guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts. With respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right.
He does a phenomenal job of getting from step 1 to step 2 before his opponent even realizes now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hips back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep or a headlock or an inside trim. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 29 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Brno, Czech Republic, Yuri And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 18 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Makhachkala, Russia, Magomed Ankalaev. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
The veteran Herb Dean draws the assignment here.
Ready. Ready, fight.
All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist, but on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true 5-tool player.
And you see a guy in the striker who knows exactly who he is.
Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this. Go finish his fight.
All right, so he's sort of turtled up here. Not great body language. Perhaps he's trying to bait him in a little bit. Oh, nice. Oh, he's got him over here. Oh! Whoa!
He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
He's done. He's done.
Yes, sir, it goes into the books as a first-round win by knockout, near-perfect execution. The technique was absolutely gorgeous, and again, when you catch a guy early, maybe you're getting him full before he's had a chance to work up a sweat or even get into the fight a little bit. Those strikes can have a bigger effect, and it certainly did here tonight. Well, hard to perform much better than he did tonight. A huge knockout under the lights. They'll be talking about that one for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 25 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Yuri
All right, so there he is, the man of the moment, celebrating one of the bigger knockout victories of his career. And gotta be nice sometimes with all the hard work that you guys put in when it goes down exactly the way you drew it up.
A lot of people talk about doing certain things. It's harder to deliver on those promises you make to the public. Tonight, he did exactly that. Congratulations.